Oh, lads, things are getting spicy in the market, aren't they? Let's have a look over the portfolio and show you how it's been performing over the last few weeks and exactly what I'm doing about it, because I have made some purchases. So we're going to go over it. Let's get straight into it. Here we are. Here it is. I'm at £146,095. I am £5,000 down versus my all-time high within this portfolio, and I've added £2,500, which means I'm £7,500 down effectively. It is very worrying at the moment, I get that, especially for new investors, but let's get some perspective on it. First of all, let's go over the portfolio and see how we're doing. So the 1 year view, very important, still up 16.8%. In 1 year, I am still up 16.8%. What I want to do is show you something. When we go back to, I think I looked earlier, it was around September last year. It was around October. There we go, October 26th. That's pretty much bang on where I am versus October 26th. So that is, what is it, 5 months? In 5 months, portfolio has gone up a bit, as you can see here, but it's crashed back down. So I am no worse off than I was in October 2025, just a few months ago. But when we look at the 1 day view, down 1,100 quid. A lot of bloody money to me, that is. When we look at the 1 week view, down £3,372. 1 month, £7,000. £7,000 down. That's a hell of a drop. 3 months, it's not, doesn't get so bad. We're getting back into that October territory. When we look at year to date, then £4,292. But let's click on max. I always like to click on max. I'm still 72% up. I'm still £36,500 up in the portfolio. This also doesn't count for this, which I'm going to show you. Go here, go down, go to history, go to orders, click on there. This is something that everyone shows you. Right, that number at the top, realized profit loss, £9,500. Now, people don't show that necessarily because you can manipulate a portfolio. If you've got something that's down, you can just sell it and then it kind of looks fine. But when you look at the real profit and loss on an account, for this one here, I've got an extra £10,000 in terms of gains made. That then kind of shows the trajectory that this portfolio has been on. Let's get back to it and look at the investments that I've got. My all world has been hovering around £90,000 for a long time now. That's despite deposits into it. So I'm still 13% up. But that, over the course of the last 3 months, it's only down 1.28%. 1.28%. Let's look at the max view. We're actually getting close to where it was back in January 2025. Right, that hell of a drop there is when Trump started to open his mouth, of course. I'm not allowed to say that. Who owns Google these days? I don't know which party they're concerned with. Hopefully this one doesn't get demonetized as a result, but still up 13%. Markets are open, so we're seeing some movement at the moment, of course. S&P 500, the second biggest holding that I've got £38,000 in here. That's still up 31%. However, let's have a look at it over the course of the last 3 months. That's down 3.3%. Now, we know why all of this is going on. There is uncertainty in the world, and there is war, and uncertainty and war equals market volatility. The market does not like volatility. Now, the problem we've got is we don't know how long this is going to go on for. The indication that they're trying to give out is that it's going to be really quick and it'll be done and dusted with. But Trump hates drops in the market. He almost will do anything to kind of avoid it. That's kind of the one positive out of this. Perhaps it's going to get this done and dusted as soon as possible. I'm not getting into the politics. I'm not getting into the human impact of all this stuff, which is all both terrible. What I'm worried about here is the portfolio. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. Anyone that tells you they do is, I've said it a million times, lying, incompetent, or trying to sell you something. No one knows what the market's going to do going forward. Now, if this has been your first decline, it might be concerning for you. But low single-digit drops in the market, the overall market, that's just normal volatility. Even with war going on, I would probably anticipate that we should be seeing more of a drop, because there is such global uncertainty. Oil prices are going through the roof. Strait of Hormuz is closed. All of this stuff's going on around us. I would have anticipated more of a drop. But if you started in the last few months, you'll have only known the red. And that's no bad thing. That is no bad thing. That's going to give you a wake-up call that this is how the markets perform. This is what they do. Now, if you'd have started investing when I started investing, which was February 2020, the following month, my portfolio was down 35%. 35%. Not 3.5%. So this... I will keep drumming. I will keep banging this drum until the day I stop making content. This is normal, to be expected. This is the price of entry with investing, and it does not worry me in the slightest. In fact, I will show you straight away. You probably saw it already. Today, I've put £400 into my all world. Yesterday I put 200 out. Well, that was a reinvested dividend that went straight in. 11th of March I put £1,000 in. 9th of March I put 1,300 quid in. And that then puts me in a position. Can't show that one. Don't look at that one. Not allowed to talk about that one. That then puts me in a position where I'm not as down as I would be, but I would be an extra, like I say, £2,500, £3,000 down in this portfolio if that were the case. I'm now in a position where my stocks and shares ISA has £17,800 in it. I got 2,164 left to deposit, but I do use other brokers because this is my job. This is what I do. I need to make sure I understand all the different brokers. So I need to calculate how much more I can put into trading 2 and 2 to try and max that out before the end of the year. I am scrabbling around trying to find money. If you don't know, I was made redundant last April and I got a healthy, decent payout, which was enough for me to survive for the year if I was very, very careful. And that's exactly what I've done, but I'm running out. And I've never taken any real money out of the business that I created, the content creation business. And I don't know whether I'm going to need to do that. I've got to work out all the bloody tax implications as a result to try and work out if that's the right thing to do. Let's get back to the investment. Realty income. I barely ever bloody see that in the green. It was there. March crept into the green. It's a monthly paying dividend, of course. That's why I hold it. It also gives me exposure to property in the US, which gives a little bit of diversification. Lloyd's Bank has taken a hit yesterday. I got one of those notifications. Lloyd's is down plus 5%. You can set notifications, by the way, on Trading 2 and 2 if you've got push notifications on, whereby it will tell you if it drops by a certain amount. I got one for Lloyd's. 3 months, it's down by 3%. Interest rates have held, which is interesting. But obviously, because of the uncertainty going on, that has dropped it. But on the 1 year view, we're still up 35%. A UK bank is up 35% in 1 year. Not just one UK bank. Most of the UK banks have absolutely flown over the course of last year because interest rates have been so high. When interest rates are higher, banks make more money. That has been a phenomenal return for me. I got 3,700 in here, and you can see 85% up, 1,700 quid. I really like Lloyd's. I just like holding it. I like the security of being in a UK financial institution. Diversification again as well, of course. I don't have a FTSE 100, so I have chosen a couple of UK businesses that I want. You'll notice that all of these individual positions are much, much, much smaller than my all world and S&P 500. Putting them together, £130,000 versus 100. Really quick math, probably 85 to 90% into those two funds versus the rest of them. Legal and General, next one, down 3%. Pays a really tasty dividend though. The dividend comes in at this at the moment. Sometimes I don't necessarily trust the dividend on this. I should have checked it before. 8.88%. 8.88% return on dividend, which is paid biannually on Legal in General. A lot of UK businesses that are dividend payers will pay biannually. By the way, if you haven't already got a Trading 2 and 2 account, is now a good time to start investing? Yes, I think so. Was yesterday? Yes. Was 5 years ago? Yes. Is tomorrow? Yes. 20 years ago? Even better. But if you are worried because the markets are going down, should you start? I think you should, so long as 1, your time horizon is long enough, 5 years minimum. 2, you're going to be using sensible, diversified global funds, even maybe a mixture of bonds, but you know what you're doing and you're sensibly investing. You're doing it for the long term. You're keeping your cost low, which you can do with Trading 2 and 2. All being said, there's a link below. If you use that and deposit £1, you'll get a free fractional share as a result of doing so. I'll get a small kickback as well in the interest of transparency. Next one is Aviva, then 32% up, another UK financial institution, more insurance and pension based. Unilever, 2% up, the hidden one. Don't forget, we can't talk about that. Very small position into iShares physical gold. Let's just click on that and have a look at that. That has really struggled. Show me where you're struggling. I knew it was. 1 month, really struggled. 3.3% up. Given the year that I had last year, let's look at the 1 year view. 50% up in gold. Just ridiculous. I think silver's gone down more as well. Silver typically will go down more than gold, and it'll also go up more than gold. Volatility. It's a more volatile instrument. A Virgin Galactic there as a reminder to be an idiot. Over the course of last day then, FTWG is the distribution version of the Invesco All World that I hold, down by 0.2%, 0.12%. Yesterday, I think it was 1.78%. It's trending in one direction. Which way is it going to work? It's trending downwards at the moment, and who knows what the rest of the year is going to look like. The last 3 years have been ridiculous in terms of gains. That doesn't happen every year. We don't continually see year after year after year after year. 2022 was the last time we saw a down year. It was around about 8.7% down in my portfolio. But even despite that decline, I continue to invest. Now, it's tough when over the course of the year it continues to go down, because this is one of the problems with these great apps. So easy to check. But have you checked your pension? Have you done anything different with that? Very, very few people watching this will have. Times are uncertain. The markets are going down. I'm buying. That's my approach. Always has been. Always will be. You will see a lot of negativity in the media. Just got to ignore it and keep going. How's your portfolio doing? Let me know below.